Oh, hello, Fuzzy. Hello, everybody. Well, I met a girl on a sunny day on the beach of the Coconut Isle. Like a mermaid stranded on the Lover's Bay. I said, honey, I like your style. Our eyes made four when she came along, and then my heart jumped to 1, 2, 3. And she gave me a reason to sing this song. And then, are you ready, Fuzzy? Sing it with me. Won't you be my baby? Your love, it drives me crazy. Don't you see, like ABC, and you got a hold on me. I said, ding, ding, dong, sing along my song, and make you jump to the rhythm till the morning comes. Gotta move your body, gotta get it right, at a party on a sunny day of light. Ding, ding, dong, sing along my song, and make you jump to the rhythm till the morning comes. The rising sun will make you feel alright. We're gonna dance right in. Oh, take it away there. Good evening, everybody. I'm delighted to be here in Castledermot with the one and only DJ Fuzzy. I said, ding, ding, dong, sing along my song about the crazy little thing called love. Cause a man needs a woman and a woman needs a man, like the flower needs the sun above. And when the night will come and the moon will shine, I know we're gonna rendezvous. Cause I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, baby, won't you make my dream come? Come on now. Won't you be my baby? Your love, it drives me crazy. Don't you see, like ABC, that you are the one for me? I said, ding, ding, dong, sing along my song, and make it jump to the rhythm till the morning comes. Gotta move our body, gotta get it right, gotta party on a sunny day light. Ding, ding, dong, sing along my song, and make it jump to the rhythm till the morning comes. The rising sun will make you feel alright. We're gonna dance right into the morning. Here we go. Oh, come on now. One more time. I said, ding, ding, dong, sing along my song, I'll make you jump to the rhythm till the morning comes. Gotta move that body, gotta get it right, at a party on a sunny day of light. Ding, ding, dong, sing along my song, I'll make you jump to the rhythm till the morning comes. The rising sun will make you feel alright. We'll do it one more time. Come on now. Ding, ding, dong, sing along my song, I'll make you jump to the rhythm till the morning comes. Gotta move that body, gotta get it right, at a party on a sunny day of light. Ding, ding, dong, sing along my song, I'll make you jump to the rhythm till the morning comes. The rising sun will make you feel alright. We're gonna dance right into the moonlight.
What about that for an intro? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Michael English, he's home. He's back home in his parish here in Castledermot. Michael, you're very, very welcome. We're absolutely delighted, and we're just, all week we're being so looking forward to tonight to have you here. Our first ever guest here on Radio Castledermot. And who else could we have here, guys? What about that?
Well, I'm honoured to be here. Thank you, John. Thanks very much for having me. Thanks to everybody here in Radio Castledermot. Who would have ever thought Radio Castledermot? It's a fantastic initiative. And especially in these times, it's great to see a little beacon of hope with things like Radio Castledermot and a positive situation. So fair play to you, John, Leo, Sinead, Tom, Kayla. I know Kayla's here as well sometimes. So well done. I'm honoured to be here. It's great to be back home in Castledermot, and great to be on with you. Thanks for having me.
Well, fair play to you, Michael. Now, there's so many people up there on the screen on the right-hand side. At any time you want to say hello to somebody or everybody, you're more than welcome to do it. You can just stop me asking any questions. But let's ask you one or two questions to get the show on the road. Basically, tell us, what have you been doing since last March?
Well, I suppose like all the musicians, we've been the same as everybody else. We've been in lockdown for most of it. It was a shock to us, the same as every other business, the way things worked out. We were in Mexico playing out there, and we came home for five shows, I think, here to Ireland, and then we went to Scotland, and we were there for about 10 shows in Scotland, and then halfway through it on the 15th of March, we were in Inverness in Scotland, and we saw that things were starting to get serious, and things were starting to lock down. So we decided to come home. We came home through Arbroath in Scotland, did the show there on the Sunday night, arrived back in Ireland, in Naas, where I live now, and closed the door on the 15th of March, and really that's been it. I'm at home ever since. But I'm positive, you know. I've done lots of things. I have to be honest and say that the first 3 weeks or a month I enjoyed it, you know, because we were going hard. We were playing every night and travelling for years and years and years and years and never really took a break. And then, so the first 3 weeks or a month, I actually enjoyed it. It was like a holiday, and I suppose the fact that I was in a new house, it made it a little bit easier. You know, it was like the honeymoon period. I had only moved to Naas a couple of months beforehand, and so that made it a little bit easier. But I didn't think it would go on this long, and it will go on longer. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, and we have to keep positive. And I think everybody in the music business in Ireland has become stronger and more united. We were always united, but I think throughout this pandemic, we have all become more united, if that was possible, and we're one team, and we all have one goal, and that is to get back out there when it's safe to do so.
Okay. So. Tell me, what do you miss most about the business? Tell me.
Well, that's easy. The one thing I miss most about the business is the people, and you know, I miss obviously the people who I work with, because they're like a family. You know, I have my own family here in Castledermot, and I always refer to the people that I work with as my other family, because I'm with them nearly more. You know, I'm with them every day, and but then the most important people are the people who come to the shows. And you know, when you're playing music for as long as I am, I know lots and lots of people. I know their families by now. I know if their daughter is getting married, or if their dog has died, or whatever is going on in the family. I hear about it. And you know, the one thing about our business is people come night after night after night. You know, you could be playing in Donegal and you could see some people, and could be in Cork the next night, and you might see some that you saw in Donegal. So I've made so many friends throughout the business, and they're the people that I miss the most. So of course I miss the music, I miss the venues, I miss the promoters, I miss the tours, I miss travelling, whether it be here in Ireland or whether it be, you know, getting to see America or places like that. You know, there's lots of things to miss, but the people would be the most, yeah.
So during this pandemic and all this, the sadness and everything, something positive came out. You wrote a song, Come Sing With Me, with friends.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. We'll play a little bit of it in a couple of minutes.
Well, I suppose, you know, throughout the pandemic, as you said, there has been so many negative things. People unfortunately getting sick, and people losing friends and family members, but on the positive side, there are lots of things that people have done to help other people throughout this pandemic, and whether it be people on the front line, or in hospitals and doctors and nurses, even people, you know, in supermarkets stacking the shelves, making sure people had food, people driving the lorries to deliver those food. I could go on and on and on. So many people have done so many great things, and in the music business, I suppose we wanted to try and do something as well to lend our support to those people. So a couple of people in the music business approached me and asked me if I would consider writing a song, which I did. I sat down at the piano and I came up with Come Sing With Me, but I didn't want to sing it on my own. I wanted to involve people from the business to sing it with me. And so I put the call out there, and I got 50 people involved in the recording of the song, which was great, because we did it from we did it from our own homes without opening our front door. We all did it on our phones and remotely in our own houses, and we came up with this. It's a song that I like to dedicate to the silent hero, what we like to call the silent hero, the people who get up every morning and go out and whether it be delivering food, delivering dinners to people who are more vulnerable than ourselves, or maybe even just going to knock on somebody's window and wave in to say hello to them. They're what we like to call the silent hero, and we dedicated this song, Come Sing With Me, to them. We couldn't leave our homes, and we couldn't go to a studio. We couldn't record the visual or anything with cameras or anything. So through social media, I put a call out. I thought I might get 4 or 5 people to sing it with me, but we got 50 people, and we got people from, of course, the music business, and from the acting business, from sports, and a lot of personalities got in touch, and up on 50 people, as I said, and everybody did it remotely from their home, all through the power of social media. It's amazing what you can do nowadays, and it's when you see this station here in Castledermot, it's proof that it's amazing what you can do through the power of technology. I know you have a great man there, Tom, at the helm over there, but it is great, and to see so many people coming up here on our screen from, of course, Castledermot and all over the country, and I see somebody there from Canada as well, and it's fantastic, power of technology, absolutely.
Okay, you have a few people you want to say hello to.
I have, yeah, people who got in touch. Trish Proctor and the family up there in Barnhill. Trish is a great friend for many, many years, and I know she's an avid listener here to Radio Castledermot, as is Jim Dunn on the Mill Road. Jim is another great friend and listens in all the time. Hello to you, Jim. And Mary and Dan Cullen in Kilkee, and Christy and Eileen and Yvonne Murphy in Kilkee. Sorka Farrell was just on there as well. Hello to you, Sorka and Sean, and Matthew and everybody down there. And Breda Coffey, thanks for getting in touch. Yeah, Breda's down in Cork, and Breda's a great friend of ours as well. Paddy and Breda Hickey in Castledermot. Ger and Karen Hickey in Castledermot. The Lowers and Tom Corcoran. Molly and Ben Corcoran. Molly and Ben often travel the length and breadth of the country to see us here from Castledermot. The last time I saw them was we were playing in the Carrickdale, I think, in Dundalk. I think that was the last time anyway. Jerry May Kelly and Mag Kenny in Castledermot, and Mary Starr as well, over in Killimer, Mary is, over in Galway. And Jim and Margaret Galbally, of course, in England. Jim here from Ballybourne, and Jim and Margaret always come to see us when we're playing over. They live in Southend, but they come to see us in Clacton-on-Sea, in the Cliff Pavilion Theatre there in England. So great to see that they're on as well. And Mary Conway as well, who's on, and lots more. We've loads coming up here on the screen. We'll get to them a little bit later on.
Will we sing another song?
Absolutely, whatever you want now.
Yeah,
Will I get the other mic?
You can get the other mic there, beside you, and we'll sing another song. Keep your requests and say hello to Michael coming in there, guys. And
my tears still hide a million memories. For Margaret Hayes. Today I read the letter that you wrote me, and I've kept it in my pocket all these years, and I tried to see from your side of the story, 'cause my tears still hide a million memories. I've traveled from Chicago down to Houston. I've walked the streets of Baltimore and Bakersfield to try and find an answer to my question, 'cause my tears still hide a million memories. You know, I've cried so much my tears could fill an ocean, and since you've left I've traveled many stormy seas, and I've tried to mend this heart of mine that's broken, 'cause my tears still hide a million memories. All right. just like the roses that I gave you through the years. But like a rose, our love just withered and just died there. Now my tears do hide a million memories. You know I've cried so much my tears could fill an ocean. And since you've left, I've traveled many stormy seas, and I've tried to mend this heart of mine that's broken, 'cause my tears do hide a million memories. My tears do hide a million memories.
What about that? Beautiful. Well done, Michael.
Thank you.
We'll play another great song there from Michael English. Have a listen to this, guys. We're here in association with Doyle's Pub. Have a listen.
Doyle's Pub Castledermot, serving the community since 1879. Supporting local, supporting Radio Castledermot.
Yes, they've given us a lovely, lovely voucher, a one-for-all voucher for €25 to give away here this evening, and we'll be giving you a simple question there very, very shortly. Hold on till I just turn off that reverb. Oh, that's better. We'll be giving you a simple question there very, very shortly to text into 086607 552. So we'll be giving you very, very easy question to be able to text in there very shortly. Let's go back to Michael English and get ask you another couple of questions here. Michael, tell us a little bit about your musical that you wrote, Who Dares to Dream.
The musical.
When will that happen?
Well, I think I'm not sure when it'll happen. Obviously, when it's safe to go back and we can all go back into a theatre. I think it probably might happen quicker than the dances, because social distancing in a theatre probably would be easier than dancing. That's not to say, of course, dancing hopefully will come back as well, but I think we'll get into a theatre sooner. But yeah, the musical, it took me a year to write it. I co-wrote it with a playwright from the west of Ireland, Tommy Marin, and it was called Who Dares to Dream. And I wrote it every night that I came home from a show, because we played music every night back then before the pandemic. And so I'd write it for 2 hours, and I stuck to 2 hours every night. So if I was coming home from Donegal or whatever, and I was home at 6, I would write until 8, and then I would go to bed. So I did that every day for 2 hours, and eventually we came up with the musical, which was due to start on the 3rd of April. It was getting its inaugural flight in the Royal Theatre in Castlebar for 3 nights. And then we were doing an Irish tour and hopefully an English tour, but all of that was put on hold when the pandemic hit, which was a huge disappointment to everybody involved. There were up to 20 people working on it, between set designers and lighting and of course all of the actors and actresses and musicians and everything like that. So it was a disappointment, all right, but it will come back, and hopefully when it's safe to do so, we'll be back with the musical. Yeah,
good stuff. There was a lot of tickets sold, wasn't there? There was ready to
rock. We were sold out for the whole tour was just about sold out. But that's just the way it went. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's bring you back, if you don't mind, to years ago when you got on the road. So at the beginning, for Michael English. Now everybody knows by now that you, at 9 years of age, I think you were on the Toy Show, and that's where you got. Gay Byrne brought you on there, and you done the business. But after that, you kind of never looked back. You were into music. You loved music. You done your music through school, and then you got yourself up and running with your band, went out by yourself. Yeah. And then you hit the big time. Tell us how that started, really.
Well, I suppose my mother and father, they were the first ones who encouraged it in our house, and we were never forced to play music or anything, but it was certainly, if we wanted to do it, they were going to pull out all the stops to make sure that we got the proper lessons. And Olivia and Patrina, they started playing music as well. Olivia was on the fiddle for a while, and Patrina was learning the piano. And they were going to lessons, but I suppose I was the one that probably wanted, if I could make a career out of it, I wanted to do that. So I started playing just on my own after the Late Late Show. My mother and father would drive me around, And actually, I got a van, I think, from you. I had no money back then. I've less now, but I had no money back then. You gave me, you gave me a van that you had for your DJ. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was a half a van.
It was a half a van,
I
actually.
think it was a Del Trotter van, I think, if I'm not
It was
mistaken.
kind of the van that you see in Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah. Stop laughing, Mick Brennan.
And we put in we put
He's breaking his backside laughing there now.
But I was very thankful for it, because the piano is hard to carry around without the van. So we put the piano in the van and we went around the country. And well, we started to play here. I'll never forget Myra O'Shea, Lord of Mercy on her. She was the very first one to give me a start. She put me on before Dickie Rock in Green Acres. And I played there. I was 12. Now, I had been playing in Gannon's and in Castledermot here, and Moores and Grange Con and places like that. But this was a big thing for me to put me on in front of Dickie Rock. And Myra put me on. I remember I got £50. It was 97, I think. And 91. And then in 97, I was doing my work experience in Dublin. And I pretended I wanted to be a sound man, of all things, just to get into RTE. But I really wanted to be in RTE to meet all the celebs and everybody in the entertainment business. And for people in Castledermot, they will remember, my mother's family from Knocknaghee. And my mother's eldest sister, Chrissy, who was married to Michael Byrne, the Lord of Mercy on the two of them now, they lived in Dublin and they put me up. And I would stay with them and I would go into RTE to do my work experience. And then on a Friday night, I would get the bus home to Castledermot. And this particular Friday night, I missed the bus. And, back then you didn't really get taxis around. Now, it wasn't in the dark ages or anything, but I was only a kid, so I started to walk. Of course, no mobile phones or anything, so I started to walk to Chrissy's from Donnybrook to Dunleary, which is a fair walk. And I took a wrong turn and I came across a ballroom called the Bramer Rooms in Churchtown. And I could hear country music coming out from the Bramer Rooms. And so I went up to the door, and I was certainly the youngest there. The place was packed. And I went in, and Big Tom was playing, and the Mainliners. And I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved the music. I loved the camaraderie, the people, the whole thing. And that night I realized that I'd love to do something like this. And although I had been taken to see the show bands by people like, especially Big Tom, people like Trish Proctor and Alice Kelly and Kitty and Barney Tierney, the Lord of Mercy on them from Newbridge, who Trish will know. They were all fans of Big Tom and they used to bring me to see the bands. But this night I was on my own and I plucked up the courage to go up to the stage at the end of the night. And it was there that I met Henry McMahon. And Henry was the band leader with Big Tom and the Mainliners, and I told him that I had a small band, but that I wanted to do music for a career and I wanted to start a show band. And I remember him saying to me that if you want to have your own show band, you have to have your own songs and your own sound. And he promised me he would write a song for me. And that was on a Friday night. And then on the following Tuesday, I received a cassette here in Castledermot in the post from Henry, and it was a song that he had written for me called The Nearest to Perfect. And so I got a load of brown envelopes and put the CD, no money in them now, the brown envelope, put the CD into the envelopes and sent them to all the stations, locally first. With no Radio Castledermot back then, but I sent it to CKR and Kilkenny Radio, as it was known back then. And then a few more stations got in touch that they wanted the CD. And anyway, eventually all of the stations started to play the song. And so I released it on a single. And with the money I got from the singles that I sold, I was able to buy some more equipment. And I was able to trade in your trailer and buy a van. And I bought
That's where it went.
I bought a van. And then I went from a 1-piece to a 2-piece to a 3-piece to a 6-piece to we had a 10 in the band, I think, at one stage. And so that's how it really started, a lot of people to thank. The one thing about the music business for me over the last 22 years, since I started the big band is I've always been involved with nice people. I've always been lucky to meet good people, and whether that be Henry McMahon at the very beginning, to all of the record companies and managers that I had different guys manage me, and they were always very good to me. And it's a brilliant business if you meet the right people, and I was certainly lucky to meet some of those.
Can we play?
TheLogoShop.ie for all your embroidery and print needs. Check out our site or email sales@TheLogoShop.ie or call 01 628 0092.
Now, if you'd like a t-shirt or a polo shirt and one of Michael's CDs, what we want you to do is just text in to 086 607 5552. That's 086 607 5552. What was the name of the last track we just played, all right? Don't put it up on the screen. You have to text the number only, 086 607 5552. The number is up on your screen there now. What was the name of the last song we just played? Now, Michael, let's get back to you here while the folks are getting involved here and let you call out a few requests if you have there. You want to call out some people?
Well, I want to say hello to, is it Kath Connolly, is it?
Kathleen Connolly and Dano. Yeah.
Oh, and Dano, yeah, who watched I'm on television every Monday night on Sky Television 376. I'm there Monday at 11, and I'm there Sunday at 5 in the afternoon, and Wednesday at 12 noon. And both of them watch in on the television show, so thanks for that. It says here, big hello to Erin, and I know Erin. Erin is 10. I think actually Erin is celebrating her birthday maybe next week. I know it's in September anyway. Erin is 10 and she's from Wexford. Her favourite song is Dance All Night. Hello to Raymond Farrell. Hello to you, Raymond. And Elaine as well, who are both listening in. Hello to Elizabeth Carton, who got in touch, listening in Dublin. Eleanor Deadman. Hello, Eleanor. Hope you're well. Eleanor's a good friend of ours over in Scotland, comes to see us when we're in Scotland, and indeed comes over here to Ireland to many of the shows here as well. Who else is there? Nuala Ryan. Is that Nuala Ryan Dennehy, I think, maybe, down in Cork? If it is you, Nuala, good to hear from you. And Billy Hickey is on over in Chicago. Billy, of course, originally from here, but keeps in touch with me. So good to hear from you, Billy. And we hope that everybody is well over there in Chicago. And thinking of all the people over in America today, of course, today being 9/11, and thinking of you all over there. Hello to Gina. Gina is in Largs in Scotland. She comes to see us. Hello to you, Gina. Hope you're well. And hello to Naz, who got in touch. Naz is in Ontario, and she sent us a message there. And Naomi and Graham sent a message just there now as well to me. Naomi and Graham are in Cheshire, in the UK, and their favourite song is a Don Williams song called You're My Best Friend. You might play that for them later on. So I hope you're keeping well, Naomi, and especially Graham, who hasn't been too well, but I know he's doing well lately, so hope you're keeping well. Hello to Indra, who's over in Canada as well, who sent an email there a minute ago. Hello to you, Indra. And Susan Murphy down in Cork got in touch there. We see her on the screen there. And all in Newfoundland. Somebody sent in a message there that they're hearing us loud and clear in Newfoundland, of course, over in Canada, where we love to go over to play as well, especially all those in St. John's in Newfoundland, where we love to play. And Mick Brennan and Nora are there, of course. Mick is a great man. Kits out everybody here with the baseball caps and the T-shirts and lots more, and he's a great support here to the station. So thanks, Mick, on my behalf, and hello to Nora as well. Both of them are listening in as well. Orla.
Yeah. Okay, we have one more question in there. It's actually coming through from Frank Deering. What was the best venue you ever played in?
Well, I suppose I don't like to mention Irish venues because, if you mention one, you leave the rest of them out.
They're all good. They're all good.
They were all good. We were very lucky too. I suppose, particularly now through this whole uncertain times that we're going through, when you look back, we're very lucky to play anywhere. We're playing nowhere now. But, when you look back at it, we were, from the Hazel Tree in Mallow to the Allingham in Bundoran and every venue in between. Of course, outside of Ireland then, there's lots of lovely theatres in the UK. We regularly went there 3 or 4 times a year in England and Scotland and Wales. And then we played, I played in every state in America except Hawaii. It was never in Hawaii. But other than that, we were in them all. And lovely venues over there as well. And of course, Newfoundland, over in Canada, people are getting in touch there. I love playing in St. John's, in the Holy Heart Theatre, and Canberra and all those places out there.
Okay, a couple of more questions here, Michael. You haven't moved too far away, even though we don't see you that often because you're so busy. Tell us about your memories of Castledermot there.
Well, I've moved to Naas now, so I was in Portlaoise before that for 14 years, and I'm getting closer as the years go on. So I'm in Naas now, and I enjoy it there. And the Laois people were very good to me. I moved. A lot of people wonder why you move away. I moved to Laois because I lived right beside the motorway, and for us, we'd be playing in Donegal one night and Cork the next night, and it was very handy. So that's why I stayed in Portlaoise for as long as I did. I moved to Naas now, but my memories of Castledermot, of course, I will eventually head back to here, hopefully sooner rather than later. But sure, I loved it here, and I still love it here. That's one good thing. That's one positive thing about the pandemic. Of course, I know there are lots of negatives, but one positive thing now is that I can get home more. I can go down and see Mum and Dad more, and I've become a better cook. I'm cooking a bit now and making a few dinners, and I was handing them in through the window.
I actually witnessed that not too long ago. I have to hand it to you.
So I'm learning things like that. But of course, growing up in Castledermot, I mean, living in Skinnagun, you couldn't ask for better. We had many neighbours there. I was just thinking the other day when I was a kid growing up there, most of the neighbours that were living there then have all nearly passed away, and we think of even over the last couple of months. I mean, Mick Byrne up there, Barn Hill, and Rosie Wall, of course, was a neighbour of mine, our very next door neighbour, and Helen Abbott from Skinnagun as well, died only recently there. And it was lovely growing up here in the town because there was always great people living here, and the choir started playing music in the church, and I have the choir to thank for everything I do in music because they're the ones who gave me the opportunity in the beginning. I did that for about 20 years, and I loved every minute of that. So I just loved Castledermot, and I still do. And as I said, the one positive thing to come out of all of this is that I'm getting to come down here more now. I'm not having to travel as far and as often as I was for years. I know hopefully I will get back to that. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying coming down here. I'm going back to Naas tonight, but I'm coming back in the morning to play at the confirmation in the church.
In Castledermot?
Yeah, I'm doing that. Now, Brian normally does it, of course, Brian Keogh, but he's working tomorrow and can't do it. So I have a gig tomorrow.
You have a gig tomorrow?
I have to do it twice. I'm doing it at 10 and at 12. So best wishes to all the young guys and girls who are getting confirmed tomorrow. I
meant to say to you there, see that chair you're sitting in?
Yes.
That is the top DJ Leo Deeran's seat.
Right.
And I'm here since March with this man, and not once would he let me sit in that chair.
Oh, I'm honoured.
I'm right or
very
wrong?
Privileged.
Right, he's there throwing shapes at me there. And
Thank you, Leo.
more or less to say, you'll never sit on it, Fuzzy. And
well, it is a bar stool from Doyle, so I'd say it wouldn't be the first time that I did sit on it.
You probably were on it before. Yeah, too high up. Okay. You have a few requests there, Michael.
I do. I want to say hello to Sheila and Jerry, who got in touch a few minutes ago. To Kathleen Kavanagh, who's over in Cumbria. And if that's the same, I hope it's you, Kathleen, and Tucker, maybe, if it is the same Kathleen Kavanagh. Good to hear from you. And Alistair Fingleton is the big 4-0 on Wednesday. Of course, Alistair's a great musician as well, from Castledermot. Do you know, both of us are from Castledermot, and the last time I met Alistair was in Mexico. So we were on the cruise together, and he was playing with the David Show band, and I was there with my band. Alistair, the big 4-0. You've joined a great club. I'm in that now. John is into the next one after. But anyway, hello to Jimmy and Paula and Alison, who are down there in Dungarvan in County Waterford, who got in touch. They're great people, and they have a few good horses in training at the minute, so we hope they're doing well. Hello to young Molly up in Northern Ireland, Molly Mercedes Mendes, who gets in touch with me and got in touch here on the radio. And also another man who's got in touch with us here on the radio, Sean Dinahan, down in Galbally in County Limerick. And hope your mum is doing well, Sean. I know she wasn't that well, so but she texted me the other day and she's doing good. So good to hear from all those people.
Okay, so we get Michael to make the draw there and pick out a winner there, Michael. We might actually pull out a couple of winners, but this one is for a polo shirt or a T-shirt and Michael CD. You tell us there, Michael.
You'll have to send this. You'll have to get a lot of stamps for this one. Ger Hickey.
Over where? Down the road. Oh my God.
Good man, Ger.
Come on, Ger. You never
Well
know.
done, Ger.
So we'll go again with, we have another couple of CDs to give away. We'll give 2 more away there, guys. So keep her coming, says the fella.
Now we'll see how far this one has gone. Magella Tunstead.
Okay.
Do you know who that? Yeah,
You don't. Do you know
no,
her?
I don't know. I don't think.
Okay.
Magella,
We'll have to find that out. Magella.
Well done, Magella. Anyway.
Well, congratulations, a CD of Michael. We'll go with one more there, guys.
One more.
There. Yeah. Get Magella to text in where she's from and all the details.
John Whelan.
John
Well
Whelan.
done, John.
Hey.
Good man, John.
Come on, John. You're getting yourself a CD there of Michael English. We know where John is, and it's great. Fair play to you, John, for getting in
We have
contact.
a few more anyway for later, haven't we?
Yes, we have. We have more later on. Yeah, we're all right for the moment there. Okay, before we go any further, we want to thank Mick Brennan so much and Orla for the Castledermot t-shirts. They look after us with the baseball hats and everything, and they've kindly given us a prize for Michael this evening to make sure he takes away a Radio Castledermot t-shirt for where he goes. He'll wear that with pride from his own town of Radio Castledermot.
Thanks very much. Thank you. I'll hold it up. Thanks a million. I'll wear that with pride. I've actually started walking a lot now, and I walk from Naas to Salins every day, so I'll be wearing this proudly in the morning when I go for my walk before the confirmation. So thanks very much.
Well done to Mick and Orla. Thanks very much for
Thank
that,
you, Mick.
guys.
Thanks,
Okay,
Orla.
we have another question before we play another tune. We have to play your new song there, especially for Kathleen Connolly and Dano in Grange, Nolvan. But I want you to tell me, country music scene. Who was your idol? Who did you look up? Who did you like the most that brought you into the country music?
Well, here in Ireland, you see, we're all friends, and we're all kind of part of a big family in country music. So I can't mention one person and leave out the rest of them.
Okay.
But you know, of course, sure. Look at all through the years. I mean, Big Tom, Philomena, Margot, Foster and Allen, T.R. Dallas, Larry Cunningham, Brian Call, Declan. You know,
All before my time.
hundreds and hundreds. No, I don't think so. But maybe a bit before mine, but they're not before yours. But they were all great people who paved the way, and people who I keep in touch a lot with them. I mean, particularly during the lockdown. I mean, I talked to Declan a good few times in the week, and TR and Daniel phoned me the night before last, and we were on the phone for an hour and just talking about the business in general. And so I have great friends in the business, and I look up to them all. I suppose in international country music, you know, people like Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson, and I'm a fan of the older country from America. I like some of the new stuff as well, but the Mavericks and all of that kind of stuff. Sure, the list is endless. You know, I'm recording most of the stuff that I do record. I write, but if I don't, I like to record maybe Charlie Pride music or the Mavericks or that kind of thing. So there's lots and lots and lots and lots.
Lots and lots and lots. And we're getting loads of requests in for us to play your new single. Please say one for me. But before we do, have you any more requests
Well,
there?
a few people are getting in touch. I want to say hello to Mary Brady, who's in Kells. Hello to you, Mary. Thanks for getting in touch. John and Teresa. John and Teresa are in Letterkenny. Hello to you both. To Denise and Flo, they've got in touch as well in Hayes. And we always meet them in the Beck Theatre in Hayes, just in London. And I know I mentioned Kathleen earlier on and Tucker. And I wanted to see was it the right Kathleen, and it is. So hello to Kelly as well. Kelly's a great friend of ours as well, and I hope you're back at school. Kelly is teaching, so I hope that you're doing well and safe over there. Cheryl and Eileen got in touch from Dundalk, who come to see us a lot throughout the year, nearly every night, isn't that right, Cheryl? She's great, and Eileen as well. And John and Kath Weir, who are in Northumberland, they got in touch as well. And Carol Bryan, somebody asked us to say hello to Carol Bryan as well. So hello to you, Carol, and we hope you're doing well. And Gina and Kaz Hickey, I see they're on as well. But there are lots of Hickeys out there. So
there are lots of Hickeys, yeah.
absolutely.
Congratulations to Ger Hickey.
Well done, Ger.
And Karen and all the Hickey family. Indeed, to all the regular people are here every week. They never let us down. They tune in every week to both myself and Leo's show. So we appreciate you guys for hanging in there. Looking at the screen this evening, there are huge numbers online that we've never ever seen before. So it's big credit to Michael English for helping us to get this crowd here tonight. We've had so many people looking for us. We have a lovely prize for One for All voucher, 25 euros to give away in association with the good people here from Dials. Have a listen to this.
Doyle's Pub Castledermot, serving the community since 1879. Supporting local, supporting Radio Castledermot.
Okay, guys, we're going to get you once again to text to 086 607 5552. 086 607 5552. Don't put it up on the screen. So you've been listening to Michael. We all know he's a Castledermot man, but where is he living now? If you could send us the answer to 086 607 5552. Where is Michael living now? Yes. If you could send your answers to that to 086 607. I hear he's thrown out the answer behind my back. You better say hello to Grace O'Connell there.
Hello, Grace.
And to
Grace
Kathleen
O'Connor.
Yeah, Grace O'Connor, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hello. And to Kathleen and Paddy Phelan as well. And to Breda and Anne-Marie O'Gorman. I hope keeping well, Anne-Marie, great friend of mine. From Anne. And Maureen Farr in Dorset. I think it is Dorset in the UK, isn't it, anyway? And the Jones gang in Wexford, good to hear from you. And Davy Smith in Coleraine in County Antrim. And Rita Horan and Anne Dunn, two great friends of mine.
Two legends.
I hope you're keeping well, Rita. Yeah. And Anne, good to hear from you. Thank you. It was Slim Whitman who used to sing like that, you know. And then, of course, Brian Call and the Buckaroos, the show band here in Ireland. Brian used to sing Slim Whitman songs. And then when I was younger, I can't do that anymore. I can't do that kind of the high stuff anymore, really. But that's a long time ago. Memories, of course, Trish Proctor just... that's great that Trish said that. Memories of Mick Breslin, The Rock, and Gandhi Doyle as well, because all of those they were great yodelers. The Gandhi was a cousin of my father's, and of course Mick Breslin out on the Athy Road, brilliant yodeler. He was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, he used to come into Gannon's and he'd get up with me if I was playing in there, and of course the Gandhi Doyle. Was, you know, they offered the Gandhi a trip to America to sing over there with some of the great show bands, but he preferred to stay at home with his family. But he could have been huge in the music business. Yeah, he was brilliant. Yeah, as well. And hello to Monica Norton and Tommy O'Connell and Edward Nolan and Bernie Cassan and Patrick and Kieran as well, who are in touch there as well. And Eleanor's back on there from Scotland. So we hope you're keeping well, Eleanor. And Stephen Kelleher, I think, is listening in as well over in London. I hope you're keeping well, especially Stephen.
Okay, we asked you a question there, guys, to where is Michael living now? Keep the answers coming in. The phone is just hopping here like it's never hopped before. So, Charlie Pride, did you ever meet him, Michael?
I did, yeah. I met him a good few times, and of course he regularly came from America over here, toured in Ireland. And in 1998, I toured with Charlie Pride. I opened up for him when I was starting out. He was very good to put me on before him, and so I did that. And then I last time I met him was in America, and on the cruise, and he took me to the casino. Actually, his wife was gone to bed, and he asked me, he rang me up. I was in the room next door. He says, "What are you doing?" I says, "I'm nothing really." He says, "Do you want to go to the casino?" So I think I lost 50 quid, and he won 1,000 actually. I think that night he won a good few quid anyway. But a gentleman and a great man, and always loved by the Irish people, definitely. Charlie Pride, yeah.
Okay, I have a couple of more questions here for you. How much has the music, country music changed? Has it changed much?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it hasn't changed that much, except it has changed certainly grown and got hugely popular over the last 5 or 6 years or 7 years or whatever. Local radio and internet stations like this, they are our bread and butter. They are our biggest supporter, and it shows like this that keeps country music alive. But certainly when RTE and the Late Late Show came on board and wanted to promote it with the country music special, that certainly helped. And all of a sudden, with all of the new young people that came into the business, they brought the young people out. And you could be playing in a venue now, and of course, we can't do without the people who come all the time for all of the years. But 60 or 70% of the people in the north of the country are younger than me, even younger than you now. You know what I mean? But
wow, they're quite young.
They're all young, and it's great, and it gives great hope for the business. So, country music before the pandemic, before this whole thing started, it was really thriving, and I think it'll come back bigger and better. When we get back, when it's safe to do so.
Mick Brennan wants to know, have you ever played in Leitrim?
I have.
No,
Lovely
Mick.
place. Is Mick from Leitrim, is he?
Yeah, he's from Leitrim.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely, yeah. I played there
a
last
dub,
year.
A dub from Leitrim.
I played there last year in a marquee, in a field, in a place. I went for, I don't know, it was near Killargy, if you know where that is, Mick. I'm sure you know where Killargy is. It's a small little townland in Leitrim. But yeah, I played there, and I was due to play in Manor Hamilton this year in another festival. But of course that didn't happen. But yeah, Leitrim, great county, absolutely.
Great county. So say a young fella like me,
yes,
trying to start up the business. Have you any advice?
don't do it. No, you know, if there, I always say if there are young people who want to get into the business, first and foremost, it's a brilliant business to be in. It's a fantastic business. And as I said earlier on, I was lucky enough to meet good people, and I think that goes with any business. If you meet the right people and nice people, you'll get on. And certainly, I was lucky enough to work with good people all through the years, from people who managed me, from Henry at the start to Louis Walsh to Paul Claffey now. I was always very lucky with the people who managed me, and then the musicians who worked with me, and the sound men and the lighting men and people in the musical that I was going to do. As well. I've always worked with great people. The only thing I would say is if you're going into the music business, while it is a brilliant business, it's no harm to have a second string to your bow, just in case it doesn't work out. You know, do the studies or go to the schooling or whatever, because, you know, you have to have an awful lot of luck as well to meet the right people, and you have to release the right music. And the main thing about I've always said in my career is, don't sing and play what you love yourself, even though I'm lucky that I do love it. Give the people what they want to hear, and you won't go too far wrong.
Well, that's our motto here, actually, on Radio Castledermot. Leo, I tell you yourself, no matter we're here, no matter what music we like, we open up the airways for people's requests. That's what we do.
That's important, because if you look at the figures for, even on local radio, if you look at the figures for the JNLR figures, for the stats, the people watching in or listening in to local radio, it's always the stations that are number 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the top of the list that are giving the people what they want to hear, and that's the motto I've always had. And I learned that from people like Big Tom and people in the early days. That's what they did, and I'm just lucky that I enjoy it too. I love the music as well.
Now, not just getting away from talking to Michael, just to remind you there that we continue the whole way till 11 o'clock this evening with the great Leo Deering. We're moving back into his seat, and he has the best of music from the 70s, 80s and 90s. All request show, guys. Michael, you've a few more requests there, have you?
Yeah, Margot in Fox Hill. Hello to you, Margot. And Dan Cullen as well. Hello to you, Dan. And Geraldine Fitzwilliam up in Dublin. Geraldine, great memories we had next door in with Bridie in next door. And good to hear from you, Geraldine. Hope you're keeping well. I want to say hello to all the Abbots who are looking for a song, Walk in My Shoes, for all the Abbots in Skinnagun, and we certainly hope that you're all keeping well throughout these times. Alice and Tom, a special hello to Alice and Tom, especially Alice, who keeps everybody going. Alice is down in Mitchelstown in Cork, and I know she couldn't get through earlier, so we hope that you're doing well, Alice, and Tom as well, and everybody down in Cork. Anne and Tom in Lacken in County Wicklow, as well, hello to you. Kathleen and May and Helen Hegarty, who are in Kenmare, and they got in touch the day before yesterday to say that we're going to Kenmare and that they weren't sure whether they'd have a signal all the way down in Kerry to hear Radio Castledermot, but they got in touch to say that they're receiving us loud and clear.
Great county,
Kenmare.
great county, BJ.
John, Farley and Anne, good to hear from you. Hope you're keeping well. Kathleen O'Neill down there and Bunny as well. And also for Sheila and Bill in St. John's in Canada. You have a lot of listeners in Canada to Radio Castledermot. Sheila and Bill, I think I know Sheila and Bill. I think I met them in Holy Heart. But good to hear from you as well. That's all from me now.
Okay, we have, thank you, Michael. What we have is One for All voucher, 25 euros to give away. Have a listen to this in association with Dial's Pub.
Doyle's Pub Castledermot, serving the community since 1879. Supporting local, supporting Radio Castledermot.
One for All voucher. I normally say all for one, but it's One for All voucher, 25 euros, courtesy of Dial's Pub. And we want to thank them all sincerely from the bottom of our heart, because we're in this studio nearly since last March, and they've been looking after us. Fair play to Jackie, and then Leo is here, and Sinead. And we'd be lost without them. So thanks very much for everything. Now, Michael is going to pull out the winner there. Mike, you can call her out there and all there if you want, for a voucher for 25 euro for One for All.
Elizabeth Carton up in Dublin.
Hey,
Elizabeth, well
done, Elizabeth.
She's a fantastic person. Great relation of mine, actually, near enough. So, well done, Elizabeth.
There you go. So we have 2 more CDs from you, courtesy of yourself, Michael. So we'll give them out there now. We've 2 more Michael English CDs. Thanks to Michael for giving them to us this evening.
Jer Kelly is the winner of the first one.
Jer Kelly.
Well done, Jer.
Jerry May. Well done, Jerry May. Fair play to you. One more. Up the Kingdom. Fair play to you. I mean, you're in the right place now.
And this one is for Grace O'Connor, and Grace has all my CDs because she's a big fan of mine, but you'll have another one now.
She'll
Grace.
Be selling it on the market on
one
Monday.
Breaks down.
Well, there, Grace. Thank you very much for your request, guys. It's nearly time for us to get out of here, so before we do that, we have another couple of requests for Michael to read out.
I want to say hello to Bernie and John Malloy in the Curragh who got in touch, and Bernie and John, I used to, I mentioned Trush and Alice Kelly and Kitty and Barney, and Bernie and John Malloy, we used to meet them as well in the Cush Inn in Kildangan. Long time ago. Of course, the Cush Inn is not there anymore, but we used to meet them there. And then at the Hazel in Monasterevin as well. We used to meet them there, a great venue too. Sheila and Vinnie Farrell and all in Moon, everybody in Moon. We hope that you're doing well as well. And Kathleen Power and Eddie, who got in touch there as well. And somebody from Crossmolina, Jim and Margaret, is it? Yeah. Good to hear from you as well.
Yeah. Now we have a request in for the song that you played. You sung with Kayla, and Kayla doesn't really want us to play it, but we're going to try it anyway and see.
Girl.
Especially for Mick Brennan down there.
Of all the comrades there I have, they are sorry for my going away, and of all the sweethearts there I have, they would wish me one more day to stay. But since I fell into my lot, that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be with you.
There you go.
Good night and joy be with you all.
Amazing.
Well done, Kayla. Well done, Kayla.
Yes, it's nearly time for us to get out of here. Mike, do you want to say hello to anybody else there before we get out?
We've said hello to nearly everybody. Thanks to all the people who got in touch tonight. It was the quickest 2 hours I've had in a long time, and thanks very much to all of the people who sent in requests and sent in dedications for people. And thanks to you, John, and everybody here at Radio Castledermot, to Leo, and to Tom and Sinead and Kayla and everybody involved here. It's, as I said at the start, it's great to see something positive that has come out of these very strange, uncertain times. And I've always said that the radio, whether it be in the corner of the kitchen or the room or on the radio or the internet or the laptop or the iPad or your phone, wherever it may be, it's always been a great comfort to people. It's always been a great companion to many people, and no more than now. You know, there are many people who have gone through this pandemic, who have been ill, who have lost people, but all through the years there are always going to be people who are living alone, people in nursing homes, people in hospitals, and it's stations and shows like this that keeps all of those people positive, gives them a little bit of company. It's another companion. It might be an invisible friend, but it's certainly something that keeps people's spirits up. And I think that what you've created here in Castledermot is something very special, not only for the people of the town, the village here, and the neighbouring villages, but as you see from all of the people who have got in touch on social media, they're all enjoying it too. And so thanks for having me, and thanks to everybody, as I said, for getting in touch. I know when you mentioned the music, I said that the biggest thing that I miss are the people, and I certainly do. But a lot of them keep in touch with me, and I know you keep in touch with Denise in the office on social media and all of that kind of thing that I'm not really on, but she informs me, and you know, people have been very good throughout the pandemic, keeping in touch with me. And so we can see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel now, and hopefully that light will get stronger every day, and we'll be back entertaining and back on the stage when it's safe to do so.
Fair play to you, Michael. And I know probably my best friend over there, Leo Deering, we go back a long way, but when we went back to March and we decided to do something for Mother's Day and Thomas O'Connell came on board, like, we never thought that this would last as long as it did. We said a couple of weeks and during the pandemic and keep the crack going, and we've seen so many people out there that were just really, really enjoying it every weekend, and tonight has just blown it out of the water for us. We're a great team here. We all work together on it, and we're just so proud of tonight, aren't we, guys? We're just, and thanks to you.
I'm delighted to be here, and I hope it's the first of many guests that you have from
absolutely
7 to 9. And
yeah, right, Michael. Thank you very much. We might get you to sing us out here before we head over. Don't anybody leave here, guys, because Michael's going to sing a song. Then we'll be handing you over to the legend Leo Deering with the All Requests show of the music from the 70s, 80s and 90s, all the way till 11 o'clock tonight. You can start thinking about it, getting your text ready.
I'll be listening to you, Leo, when I get home. I have to tear up the road to Naas first. I have to make Tesco before 10 o'clock to get a roast chicken to cook for my mother and father for the morning. And I'll be back then. When the roast chicken is in the oven, I'll be listening to you online anyway.
Right, let's see you all, which we can't. We would love to see you all bopping around your kitchens there with your partners there, boys and girls. Enjoy this song from Michael. Thanks again, my friend. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. I have a band of men, and all they do is play for me. They come from miles around to hear them play a melody. Beneath the stars, my 10 guitars will play a song for you. And if you're with the one you love, this is what you do. Everybody dance, dance, dance to my 10 guitar. And very soon you'll know just where you are. Through the eyes of love you'll see 1,000 stars. you dance, dance. One giblet. Guitars are made for love, my gentleman will always say. So give each one a pretty girl, and they will start to play. Beneath the stars, my 10 guitars will play a song for you. And if you're with the one you love, then sing it with me if you know it. Come on out. Everybody dance, dance, dance with my 10 guitars. And very soon you'll know just where you are. Through the eyes of love you'll see 1,000 stars. When you dance, dance, dance to my 10 guitars. Take it away, John. I'll have to put on there. Listen to everybody now, dance, dance, dance to my 10 guitars. And very soon you'll know just where you are. Through the eyes of love you'll see 1,000 stars. When you dance, dance, dance to my 10 guitars. Through the eyes of love you'll see 1,000 stars. When you dance, dance, dance to my 10 guitars. Everybody now dance, dance, dance to my 10 guitars. Good night, everybody.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Put your hands together for Michael English.
DJ Leo and DJ Fuzzy live at the weekends on Radio Castledermot, bringing the community together with great music.